What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe now, and please don't forget to hit that like button after the video. It helps the channel out and I would really appreciate it. Alright guys, today we have a new unboxing and it is by Sideshow, and it is none other than Gambit from the X-Men. Now before Sideshow decided to release images on this figure, third-party companies were already releasing their images on their Gambits. I had pre-ordered already 2 different Gambits from 2 different companies, so we're definitely going to look at those when they are released, but Sideshow released their Gambit first before the third-party companies. But before we take a look at the figure, let's rotate the box and take a look at that. Now I really do like that pink color that they have on this box. It's very eye-catchy. It's a really strong color, but it just highlights really well. Now this is the back of the box, and check this out. It actually looks like a cover of a comic book, an old school comic book. Now if any of you guys are like a big Gambit fan, you guys would probably know what this represents. I mean, if you do, let me know in the comment section below. It does look like an actual cover from a comic book. Now I do have the Sideshow X-Men's Wolverine, the yellow version and the brown version, and I also own the Magneto and the Cyclops from this line. And all 4 boxes have a comic book strip inside, which is really cool looking. So I guarantee you this is the same way. So what we're gonna do now is remove the top of this and look inside. Now what I did here is I used a black background so we don't have to get blinded by some of the whites in the box. So let's take a look at some of the strips that this has. Wow, look at that color on that little strip that's holding the figure inside. It says Gambit on it. I love that color. If we flip it to the side, you can see what I was talking about. The comic book strips is all over this box. Now I love all the artwork on this. This looks really good. If you want to pause it, you can pause it and read it. I'll read some of it. Let the cards fall where they may. Now I love to draw and I'm just at awe with all this stuff, man. Look at this. This looks freaking amazing, all the drawings on this. And all the colors really stand out. Look, all 3 of these characters here. I'm sure they're going to release the Beast soon also. Alright, so now let's remove this piece right here. This is the little strip that I told you that's holding the figure inside. All the 4 figures by Sideshow that I got, that I mentioned before, they all come with the same exact strip with their name on it. Now inside here, look, you can see there's more strips. You can pause it, read it if you can zoom into it. But this is awesome. This is a box that all collectors would love to have in their collection because it's so well detailed. Look at this. Alright, so let's flip this over and let's cut this piece of tape that's holding it together. Alright, so let me get my trusty knife. Here we go. Let's cut this off. Bang, there you go. Alright, let's remove this piece. Flip this over. Man, I really love this color. Look at that. Alright, so let's remove this plastic and take a look at the figure. Finally, we can remove this. And look at that. Now, I don't know if it's coming off too dark for you guys. Maybe I should have the white background back again, but I thought this would actually look good. Alright, well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch it back to the white backdrop. And we'll continue from there. Alright, so we are back with the white backdrop, and this looks a lot better actually, so let's continue from here. Alright, so let's put some of these things on the side. We will look at everything individually after I remove everything out of the plastic. But take a look at this. This looks awesome. This card is actually levitating. Now this is something you would put on his hand. But like I said, we will take a look at everything individually after everything I remove out of the plastic. Alright, let's see if I can remove these cards. These cards are a little bit difficult to get out of because they're so small. So let's take a look at this hair better. This is very nicely sculpted. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Alright, let's try to remove this tray. And here's the other part. Wow, he has a lot of hands. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to speed up the video so we can get to the point where I can show you everything individually. Because this, there's a lot of hands here, guys. Alright, so I got everything laid out flat for you guys so you can see everything here. But I will show you everything individually still. So I'm bringing this figure back out here. We're going to remove it out of this tray. Alright, let's try to remove some of these cards. Well, one of them came out already. Let's put this to the side. Let's just take out Gambit and worry about those cards later. Oh, his foot came off, man. What the hell? I really hope that this foot isn't going to become an issue, because for it to be loose already, that's not a good sign. Let's remove all this stuff, all this plastic out of here. Alright, let me try to put this foot back in here. Alright. We'll remove that later. But right now I can definitely tell you that this looks freaking amazing. Look at that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at all his accessories individually. Alright, so let's take a look at this hand. Now this is a left hand, and one thing about Sideshow that I do appreciate a lot is that they give you extra pegs for every hand. Now he's sticking up his two fingers, and basically what you do is you put the card right between the two fingers. You do get a left and a right for this hand. Okay, so this hand right here is to hold your weapon. Again, very nice detail work on the hand. The glove look awesome. And you do get a left and a right for this hand. Alright, let's put... Alright, and now this hand right here, if it could focus, there we go. Now this hand is, it looks like an open palm, but it's not. It looks like he's drawing some power to the hand. So I'm gonna call this the power hand. Nicely sculpted, it looks really good. Okay, so here we have the hair. Now, this is very well sculpted. It's very well detailed, as you can see all over. Look at this right here. These hairs right here, you could actually adjust those. You can move them around. And there you go. That part up there, that's where the magnet is going to hit to attach to the top of the head. But again, very, very well made. I like this. Alright, so here we hit focus. There we go. Now, I don't know what you would call this, but this is a translucent power source thing that he shoots out from his hand. And what's cool about this, you could place 3 cards on here. But wow, this looks really well made. I love the color. The translucent stands out. I mean, really well made, guys. Check that out. Okay, so here we have another translucent power thing. Like, this actually is holding a card in it already. So when he's holding it in his hand, it looks like it's actually levitating. It's a very nice piece. I like this as well. Alright guys, so let's unveil this head sculpture. Ooh, look at that. That looks awesome. Look at that. So you guys are aware this is actually based off the animated series. This is not like an actual human being playing in a movie. This is why it looks more like a cartoon than an actual human being. Now check out his costume inside. Look at that. That looks amazing, man. Now I'm not planning to remove the coat. Honestly, I'd rather leave it on because I don't want to go through that hassle of me removing the coat and putting it back on. This coat is amazing. I mean, the texture and the way it feels. You could take the strap right here, the belt, and just tighten it up if you want to do that. Got buttons. Alright, and these are his spandex. These are really nicely made as well. These are his boots. I wish they would have weathered this a little bit. I think it just looks too polished. Now look at the inside. Wow, look at that. Look at the detail work on this coat, man. That is amazing. Look at that. Now this coat doesn't feel like it has wires at all, which is a disappointment, but it just looks good regardless. You got the turtleneck here. Goes all the way up to his neck. Yeah, man, I mean this looks really, really good, guys. Take a look at his side profile, front. I just noticed his ears are a little too big. Not OD big, but I mean they could have shrunk it a little bit. Alright, so let's swap the hair. As you can see, it has a little piece of a magnet there. So once you place the hair on top, it's going to stick right to it. And there you go. Wow, what a difference that makes. His ears actually get covered. I kind of like this hairstyle. This actually looks pretty freaking good on him. What do you guys think? You guys think I should pose him up with just this hairstyle alone? Leave it in the comment section below. Let me know. Okay, so these are the cards he comes with. He comes with 4 different cards, and check it out up close and personal. Look at that. That's really well made, man. And it also has like a little purplish tint to it. Alright guys, so these are the translucent hands. These hands look like they have power going through them. Let me show you up close and personal. As you can see, these are very translucent. And you're getting the same hand gestures here as you do with the normal ones. The only difference is this is translucent and it looks like it has power going through his hand. Now this staff right here is made out of metal, and I'm very impressed with what they did with this one. It does have some weight to it, and one thing, you got to be careful that you don't break it, don't bend it too much, because I feel like it could snap off. But it's made out of metal and it's pretty durable, unless you start bending it in a way it shouldn't be bent. Alright guys, so here I have Gambit posed up regularly, nothing special. He's just standing up straight. He does have his closed fisted hands, and he's rocking his original hairstyle that he comes with. Okay, so in this pose I have Gambit with the new hairstyle. He has the weapon in his hand. And that pose that he has, I don't know, it just looks badass, man. It looks like he's just oozing cockiness, and he looks like he just knows he's gonna whoop some ass. Now check out this pose. He's holding his weapon behind his back with his left hand, and with his right hand, he's throwing the cards at whoever it is he's facing in this battle. This looks badass. I love that effect. Okay, so now in this pose I got Gambit with his translucent left hand holding the card between his fingers, and in his right hand he's holding his weapon right above his shoulder. Now just looking at Gambit, he's oozing confidence in his ability to actually take somebody out. Now again in this pose you have the translucent left hand holding the card, but this time you have a little bit of that energy power, whatever, I don't know what you would call it, but it's right above the card, and again in his right hand he's holding the weapon. Now here's a little change up. This time he has no translucent power hands, and on the right hand between his fingers he's holding the card. His left hand now has the weapon, but this time he has his left arm crossed behind his back while he's holding the weapon. Now you know I had to do this. I got Gambit jumping in mid-air, and on his right hand he's throwing the cards at whoever it is he's facing. It could be Wolverine, it could be Magneto, it could be just anybody, just use your wild imagination. I'm thinking about having him pose just like this. Maybe I have to tweak it a little bit more, but you get the idea. This could look really freaking sick as a pose. Now this pose kind of looks the same as one of the poses I did earlier, but it's a little different. He does have a different hairstyle in this pose, and he is using his 2 power hands. On the left hand he has the card between his fingers, and on the right hand he's just throwing a bunch of cards. Alright guys, so we finally made it to the end of the video, and this is where I give you my rating from 1 through 10 for the figure. And if you guys want to participate and rate this figure from 1 through 10, please do so. I would love to hear your feedback on it. Leave it in the comment section below and let me know what you think and give me your rating. Now, what would I give this figure from 1 through 10? I'm gonna give it a 9.5. This figure is awesome. There's really nothing wrong with the figure. The articulation is good, it poses well, the coat is superb, the head sculpt is really good, the hair sculpt is really good, the accessories that it comes with, plus he comes with all these hands. I mean, what more can you ask for, right? Well, here's one of the reasons why I didn't give it a perfect 10. I really wish they would have given us another head sculpture with a different expression on his face. I think that would have made a huge difference. Yeah, it was a very good idea to give us another piece of hair to change the way it looks and everything, but I think an expression to his face would have made a huge difference, and swapping different hairstyles would have made it even better. That's just my opinion only. What do you guys think about this figure? Do you guys agree with me, disagree with me? Leave it in the comment section below and let me know. Alright, so that's the final verdict, 9.5. If you guys haven't already subscribed, subscribe now, and please don't forget to hit that like button after the video. It helps the channel out and I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this unboxing. I will have more unboxings. Please stay tuned for them, and yep, I'll see you on the next unboxing. Peace.